Today, the Lakeside Quilt gets its batting, its backing, and then we're going to go ahead and get the first stitches in. This time, we're going to do free motion quilting and see how it goes. Hi everybody, I'm Amanda and welcome back to Quilted Tales, where I make quilts and learn something new along the way. I have to be honest, I'm a little excited and a little nervous about trying the free motion quilting, but I guess it's going to be okay. If you'd like to follow along as we finish the Lakeside Quilt, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. So come on, we got a quilt to make. Since this quilt is called Lakeside, there was one lake I knew I had to talk about eventually. I'm originally from Oregon, so Crater Lake was kind of an obvious choice for me to talk about. It's one of those places I knew about growing up, but the more I learned about it, the more I realized I didn't actually know the story behind the lake. Because Crater Lake wasn't always a lake. About 7,000 years ago, there was a massive volcano in what is now southern Oregon, and then it erupted. And this wasn't just a little eruption, it was an enormous one. After the eruption, the upper part of the volcano collapsed inward and made a huge basin, and eventually the basin filled with water, mostly from rain and snow. Which brings us to one of the things that kind of surprised me about Crater Lake. There's no rivers flowing into it, and there's no rivers flowing out of it. The lake is essentially sitting in the remains of an enormous volcano and collecting precipitation over thousands of years. And then there's the depth. Crater Lake is 1,943 feet deep, making it the deepest lake in the United States. It's also the deepest volcanic lake in the world. Think about that for a second. You're standing beside what looks like a beautiful, peaceful lake, but underneath the blue surface is almost 2,000 feet of water. And then there's Wizard Island. The little island sitting inside Crater Lake isn't just an island either. It's actually part of the volcano that collapsed in on itself and made the basin. So you're looking at a volcano that erupted, collapsed, and then created a lake. And then another little volcano formed right inside the lake. But there's another Crater Lake story that I think is almost as strange, and it's called the Old Man of the Lake. It's this large tree trunk that's been floating vertically in Crater Lake for more than a century. And because the water is so cold, the wood stayed remarkably well preserved. And the really strange part is it doesn't just stay in one spot. The trunk floats upright and can move around the lake with the wind and the currents. So you might see it in one part of the lake, and then after a while, it's somewhere completely different. Imagine looking out across this enormous blue lake and seeing the old tree floating upright in the middle of it. I think that would be one of those moments where I'd have to stare at it just for a minute. And that's probably what I love the most about places like Crater Lake. From the surface, everything looks calm and simple, but underneath, there's a whole story. I have officially put the first stitches in the Lakeside Quilt. There is still a whole lot of quilting to do, so I'm going to continue to work on it. Next time, we're going to finish the quilting, trim everything up, add the binding, and finally give it a good wash so we can see the reveal. I'm really looking forward to how this one's going to look. If you've ever been to Crater Lake or have a lake that's special in your story, why don't you let me know in the comments? Until next time, stay curious, because sometimes the best stories are hidden just beneath the surface. I'll see you in the next Quilted Tales.